Hi there, I'm Helen, and in this short video I am guiding you through one of my favorite salutation. It's called the Moon Salutation in Katonah Yoga, although I like to call it the Water Salutation. We start our journey at the back of the mat and we embody a little drop of water. And throughout the sequence that we'll get to discover together, you become a part of the wavy movement of the ocean. That little drop of water join in and become a wave, going back and forth until it's past the breaking point and make its way all the way to shore. That will make a little more sense once you practice, but keep this little image in mind. Okay, let's get started. Let's start sitting on our knees at the back of the mat. The knees are together and we're going to walk the hands forward and find a child pose here. For this first variation, we're going to keep the hands reaching forward, finding a nice hinge into the head, sending the tailbone back. And you can bring your third eye to the mat. Let's take a few breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And so for the first part of this salutation, we're going to look up, look at your thumb, and we're going to slide through straight into an upward facing dog. So I keep my knees on the mat and I avoid to send my elbows to the side. So squeezing your elbows in means send your heart space through your hands and slide forward. Roll your shoulders back, press into your hands. You can keep your knees down here if you wish, or lift your knees to have that upward facing dog variation. Nice. From there, bring your knees to the mat, tuck your toes, sending your tailbone all the way back into downward facing dog. As this is the first time we're going through this shape, take a moment to walk your legs, relax your neck, come onto the balls of your feet, lift your heels, bend your knees, lengthen your tailbone back. Relax the neck, press the palm of the hands and send that energy all the way towards the ceiling into that nice hinged downward facing dog. And we're going to do the reverse motion, moving forward into a plank, just passing through, drop your hips, open the heart space. I like to stay on the balls of my feet here, just to be a little more efficient. Drop your knees, point your toes, and come back to sit in child pose. Let's take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. We repeat this movement twice before adding on, breaking down this moon salutation or water salutation. Next inhale, look forward to your thumb, avoiding for your elbows to flare off. Slide your heart space in between your hands. Open your heart, crown of the head towards the ceiling, upward facing dog. And you can bring your knees down if you wish, touch your toes, or roll over your toes, send your tailbone back, downward facing. Inhale, push with your legs forward into a plank to come and drop your hips, going back to that upward facing dog. Then drop your knees and come to sit again in child pose. Full inhale, full exhale. One more time. Same thing. Inhale, look forward, slide through all the way to your upward facing dog or your cobra if you want to keep your knees down. Bring your knees to the mat, take your toes, downward facing dog. From the strength of your legs with fluidity, moving forward, back to upward facing dog. Bring your knees to the mat and take your toes, child pose. So if you're using the metaphor of the little drop of water into the ocean, I like to think of the water becoming the wave far before passing the breaking points. That little drop of water join the wave and go back and forth a little bit. So let's do it one more time with this image in mind. So a little drop of water, you're in child pose. You're sliding forward, you're showing the wave movement, moving forward, and that wave goes back, downward facing down. There's a little bit of back and forth of that little wave going forward, upward dog. Then bend your knees and become a little drop of water again. Nice. Okay, adding on to this little sequence and building up our moon or water salutation, we start again in that child pose. Keep your hand extended for now. Inhale forward, sliding through, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, adding on from here, stay on the balls of your feet. Here, find a nice hinge into your hips. Send your tailbone back. Going to move the right foot in between the hands. Right foot forward, stay on the ball of your left foot. Lengthen through the crown of the head as you rise into a high lunge. Find stability into your legs here. On the next inhale, we're going to step all the way forward to the front of the mat. I like to keep my feet hip distance apart here. Exhale, forward. From the strength of your legs, rising all the way up. Gaze at the thumbs. And exhale, reverse motion, folding forward. The right leg is moving all the way back. Find stability into your legs as you rise. High lunge on the left side. Exhale, bring your hands down, stepping back, downward facing them. And we have the little part we practiced earlier, moving forward, dropping your hips, upward dog. Bring your knees down, child pose. So let's take a breather here. We do it 2 more times to get acquainted with the sequence. If we bring that metaphor, the little drop of water churning into the wave of the ocean, now the wave is passing through the breaking points, going all the way to shore, reaching the highest point on the beach, and then moving all the way back. So if you're comfortable with the flow, you can start thinking about that metaphor and see how it affects your movement, the movement of the spine. So much to bring into this practice. Okay, let's go again 2 more times. We'll do right again and then we'll do left. Right is the one we just did. Inhale, look forward, sliding through, upward facing. Exhale, moving back, downward facing. Inhale, right foot in between your hands. Stabilize as you rise all the way to the top of your high lunge. Exhale, step to the front of the mat and fold. Inhale, rise, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Inhale, right foot all the way back. We rise, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing. Inhale, we go straight upward dog. No chaturanga here. Exhale, knees to the mat, child pose. We go again with the left leg leading the way. Inhale, sliding forward, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, stabilize as you rise, the same breath, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, move forward to the front and fold. Inhale, rise all the way. Exhale, hinge into the hips and fold. Inhale, left foot all the way back and rise, stable lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing. Inhale, forward, drop the hips, upward facing. Exhale, child pose. Take a few breaths. We've done 90% of the salutation. We'll just add a little bit at the beginning. So a little drop of water can actually be a little smaller than that. If you want to bring your hands back, and maybe you can catch your heels. And if your spine allows, maybe the kneecaps fit into the eyeball, and that's the smallest version of yourself. Just take a full breath here. Inhale. Exhale fully. As you inhale, come to sit on your hips. Bring your arms up. Gaze at your thumbs like your little drop of water saying, I'm ready to become a wave. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. And we'll go again as we just practiced. Inhale, slide through, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward and rise. High lunge. Exhale, we step to the front of the mat and fold. Inhale, rise all the way, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Inhale, right foot back all the way, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing. Inhale, push with your legs, upward facing. Exhale, bring your knees down, child pose. Bring your hands back, high to the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Same thing with the left leg leading the way. Inhale, come to sit on your hips. Rise, gaze up. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Inhale, slide through, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward and we rise, stable. Exhale, step to the front of the mat and fold. Inhale, rise all the way, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Inhale, left foot back all the way and we rise. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing. Inhale, push with your legs, drop your hips, upward facing dog. Exhale, knees to the mat, child pose. Bring your hands back, grab your heels. Eyes to the kneecap. Inhale. Exhale. Just come to sit on your hips. Bring your hands to your knees. Aligning the crown of the head and the pelvic bone. Dropping the shoulders. Just take up your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So we slowly build up the Katonah Moon Salutation, or I like to call it the water salutation. And if you want to bring this metaphor into your practice, we have this little bowl of water when we're into that very narrow version of child pose, slowly becoming a wave or joining into the movement of the ocean. And then as we step one of the foot forward, it's like the wave passing through the breaking point, rising all the way, crashing onto shore, going as far as it can go, and then slowly recessing back. I hope you enjoyed this practice. You can repeat the last part of the practice together and keep going on your own. Okay, see you next time.